Hi guys, I'm Marijn, record dealer and DJ from Nijmegen. Most people might know me as Marini Records. I've always been interested in discovering new music, exploring genres and finding the cool stuff. My sister performed as a singer-songwriter at a local small festival, part of the Vierdaagse Feesten. And at some point I walked to the stage manager and asked, hey, I collect disco, boogie, funk music. Do you maybe have a spot somewhere, sometime, ever? And she told me, Monique Klabbers, she told me, yeah Marijn, I've got a spot tomorrow, someone cancelled, so want to come and play some tunes? And I was like, yeah, sure. Very casual, but very big for me at that moment, because I'd never played for people before. I remember coming up there and the setup was not ready, but I had no clue how to connect the cables. I was like, oh yeah, I will just walk a little around and come back when it's all ready to go. First I went to record stores like Waghals, Vinyl Archief, Obscure, in all Nijmegen, and just going through the bins, seeing if I know stuff or checking out stuff that seemed interesting. I had one old belt drive turntable at home. Only time I heard the records actually was at the Waghals and Vinyl Archief, listening there before purchasing, or at friends when I could practicing DJing at their places, or in the club. So sometimes I would buy a record in the store, and I would be like, okay, what's the phase, and okay, does it have a nice break to mix? And then the next time I would hear it would be in the club. Yeah, when I at my first big gig, it was at Sepultura, I think 2016, November, and Davey invited me, and I opened the smallest area for Guus, Davey, Thomas and Emilio, and I think I had about 50 or 60 records back then. But classics, but like things like Wim de Van. Maybe I even had a record of Fleetwood Mac with me, and the guys were like, hey, look, we haven't seen this in a while. I think a lot about the selection I bring, and when I'm making the selection, I'm thinking about, okay, will people remember this? Will this help them on their own musical journey? I hope to bring something to them that they can use as a stepping stone in building their own musical interests. Three years ago, I had a little accident, got hit by a car. I was in the hospital for a week or so, and long time recovery, but in the end I came pretty well back together. But at that time I was like, okay, how am I gonna use this second chance at life, and how am I gonna do something I love, what I enjoy, and how can I add something nice to this world? And that was when I realized and when I thought out the plan to be a record dealer. Yeah, just doing the record fairs, having fun, having people come over, buy records, online, pushing some records, getting nice contacts, having nice conversations about music. That's that's so much fun. It's the most fun to do that as a hobby and as work, and I've been very lucky. That's going pretty well so far. It's getting more serious the past year and a half, I think. Maybe with the pandemic I had less gigs, so more time for record dealing related stuff. So last year and a half it evolved to something pretty good. Like I have some like a lot of customers coming back, and a lot of people asking me about tunes, or people buying records from my radio show. Digging has been quite an experience during a pandemic, so stores have been closed, the markets have been shut down. So before lockdown I always went to almost every fair which was in reasonable distance, and I would try to be there at first, and I would dig and cover as much meters of vinyl as I could. And sometimes I would also be a seller at those fairs, so then of course you are there as one of the first, and you just run around and go through every bin, and sometimes you discover cool stuff, and sometimes you get super good deals. I'm not planning on getting massive collections and being the big record boss and pushing records everywhere. I just like to help people with building their collection and making it interesting, letting them have cool stuff, and sometimes parting with a record hurts, but when it comes in the right hands, it makes me happy. I hope this pandemic is soon over, so digging is more interesting again, with record fairs, with nice stores to visit, and maybe going back to France or Belgium or Germany to dig with my friends, with Coco and Chris and Tom, and just have fun there, discover new music. Maybe play out more, and I really miss the DJing. I had my last gig, my first gig in a while last week, and how much I enjoyed it made me remember how much I miss it in my life. So I hope DJing, record dealing, doing record fairs, selling records at record fairs, but also going to the record fairs early in the morning, going through all the bins, covering as much meters as possible, and just explore music and expand my musical knowledge. That's what I hope for the future.